we're here with my guinea pig Petey. Say hi, Petey. And we're going to be reading A Guinea Pig Nutcracker. Here's our title page. It says, oh, Petey, look. It says, "Dear members of the audience, please take your seats. Tonight's performance of the Nutcracker is about to begin." The overture starts. Violins strike up a jaunty tune, then dainty flutes and tinkling bells join in. The curtain rises on a festive scene. Guests are arriving for an elegant Christmas party at Clara's house. Full of excitement, little Clara dances toward the splendid tree to look at her presents. Suddenly, the music changes, and a cello makes itself heard. From nowhere, Clara's mysterious godfather Drosselmeyer appears. He swirls around his magnificent cape and hat and hands Clara an enormous box tied up with ribbon. Clara eagerly opens her present, but it isn't quite what she expected. Inside the box is a little wooden nutcracker, decorated like a little man in a red jacket. Clara sticks a nut into the nutcracker's mouth, raises his arm, and crack! He chews up the nut. Are you paying attention? Let me pay attention. But Clara's reckless brother wanted to play too, and he snatched the nutcracker away. Disaster strikes. What happened? What happened to the nutcracker? Clara rescues her beloved nutcracker. He's broken, and puts him back into his box. She whispers a gentle good night to him and turns to leave. Then, a big clock strikes 12. A double bass rumbles. Are you paying attention? A double bass rumbles, and a terrifying figure spins in front of Clara. It's the Mouse King! Violins and clarinets burst into a rousing call to arms. Who will come to Clara's rescue? Yes, it is the wooden nutcracker. He jumps up and draws his sword. Trumpets, big drums, crashing cymbals. The Mouse King hurls himself at the wooden nutcracker, who fights valiantly against his whiskered foe. They thrust and parry and dance and lunge. In desperation, Clara pulls off a ballet slipper and flings it at the Mouse King. He hits him on the head and knocks him out cold. Poof! As if by magic, the wooden nutcracker has turned into a handsome prince. The Nutcracker Prince smiles and takes Clara's hand. With a hop, skip, and jump, everything changes. A harp flutters, and trumpets softly play. Sweets and sweets and sweets, as far as the eye can see. Together, Clara and the Nutcracker or Nutcracker Prince, I should say, wandered through a magical Christmas forest. They hear the faint harmony of angelic voices. All at once, some beautiful snowflakes prance into the glade. They perform effortless pirouettes or spins, and their feet barely touch the ground. The music changes, and castanets begin to clatter joyfully. The land of sweets is full of delightful characters. Here is a hot chocolate who curtsies to Clara and the Nutcracker Prince, and then leaps into a fandango or a Spanish dance. Two spectacular candies dance into view, whirling around in a dizzying waltz. What a beautiful sight. A trumpet sounds, and violins swell, and the flute plays a delicate melody. The land of sweets appears, the heavenly, graceful sugar plum fairy. That's the same picture as our cover, isn't it? Or it's a very similar picture. She begins to dance. With gentle steps, she bends the knee before rising up on her tiptoes. There is much applause from all the other dancers. Clara claps along, delighted at the display. Suddenly, she finds herself back home. Are you paying attention? But something magical still lingers in the air. The brass begins again quietly, then swells to a glorious crescendo or a loud triumph. But was it all a dream? Clara doesn't know. And with that, the stage goes dark, and the velvet curtain falls, and the orchestra plays its final chords. The audience cheers and cheers until the curtain rises again, and out steps the sugar plum fairy, curtsying and waving. "Bravo!" the audience cries. "Bravo!" And then here's a picture of all the guinea pigs that were in the book. There were quite a lot of them, huh? Well, Petey, did you like that book? Did you like that book? I think you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Bloomsbury Guinea Pig Classics, a Guinea Pig Nutcracker.